That escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast. 2025 isn't far away, and it's already, by the time of this upload, it is now the second week of September. Yet, for some reason, many video game devs from the West keep on making mistake after mistake, and they're not even learning their lesson. So, if any of you who are watching this want to start yourself a video game developer or team or anything, I'm going to give you some mistakes that you have to stop doing so that your game doesn't fall flat or perhaps end up the same as either Dustborn or Concord that just recently shut down. The first and foremost, now this is something I already mentioned in my previous video yesterday, and that is audience. Look, this is a simple thing. Let's dispel the myth of the modern audience. There's no such thing as the modern audience, okay? It's just the audience. When you say modern audience, you mean the person who are terminally online, mostly on Twitter, and they won't buy the game. So what happens if you alienate your core audience? Guess what? Your game fails. The next one, which similar to this, is gaslight. Don't gaslight your core audience. Let's take for a YouTube channel. I may not be, or perhaps I don't have a successful YouTube channel like either Mr. Beast, Mudahar, or Penguin Zero, but I know one thing is that if you alienate your core audience, the one that puts you through years and years of hardship, long story short, your audience is going to leave. They'll unsubscribe without a second of hesitation. Here, let me show you an article from that Park Place. Now see, here it is. Alan Wake 2 failed to turn a profit, and game senior community manager says she called for bigots to be removed from the gaming community. See, this is what happens. Here, let me show you. Here, we'll find this. We'll skip a bit. I think this is one. Okay, I'm gonna read all this comment. The comments around Concord from right-wing gamers shows the power of collective self-deception. You say delusional stuff about DEI enough times to build a conspiracy-focused narrative, they start seeing false narrative everywhere. I guess we have to live with this now. This is from Cleve Adams. Prune all your gardens, push out bad actors, prepare your team for the current conversation zeitgeist. I don't know what that means. Give your community and social team autonomy, resourceful to battle against toxicity. This is from, I believe this is the community manager. What said, but also uplift goat. I don't know what the hell I said. Here it is. Getting bigots out of your community is a band-aid, not permanent solution. Modeling desired behavior, championing kinds of community members you want to be the majority in your community takes effort and time. Start early, practice often. Small steps are steps too. Yeah, that's what happens. See, this is what happens. Right now, if you don't know, Remedy, Alan Wake 2 has not made a profit yet. They work with Sweet Baby Inc., which comes to my next part, consultancy. You don't need consultancy firm to do narrative like this. You want to know how much Sushi Squad, as they want to call it, lost? $200 million. You guys have lead writers. I mean, how come the people in the East managed to do this perfectly while you guys are failing? Next one, characters. I don't know how many I'm going to list it. I'll try to list the best I can. Now for this next one, it is called characters, okay? You see, here, I'm going to show you a difference between a character from Marvel Spider-Man 1 and Marvel Spider-Man 2. Take a look at this one. This is what Mary Jane looks like. I'm gonna put this thing a bit so you can see. Oh, no, hang on a sec. Like that. See that? That's Mary Jane, the first game. After that, let's showcase this one. Take a look at this. Hang on. Let me try find this one. See this? And this one. Take a look at this. So, why is it happen? See, here's the real thing. When it comes to character models, many people who are in the West, I'm certain you want to try it, but you have to understand one thing. Many people have debunked this, saying that creating a character model after their actress is impossible. Yet people or video game devs in the East have proven that to be false. So why is that? Well, the reason why it happens because one thing, they want to appease trans community. And I'm certain many trans people who I know some of you who are watching this, I know some of you are from the LGBTQ community. You would think this character model, it's insulting, even to you. You see, character design, you have to understand that there will be biases because I think the reason is, if you don't know, this is something I knew it was true. This is from Melanie Mack. The reason is Marvel Spider-Man 2 Mary Jane is different from the first one is to appease trans community. Similar with Mrs. Freeze, and most importantly, Alan Wake 2 female protagonists. Let's call it that. Now, the next one is censorship. What I mean by this is that Stellar Blade, when it was released, it got censored because there was a hard R which they had to censor it. Blink of an eye, it censors things and really throw everything out of the bus. So what I recommend in this one, I'm gonna include the last one, including this one, is besides censorship, is platform. Always, if possible, release it on all platforms. PC, Xbox, PlayStation. Remember, console exclusivity is gone. Reason this is because if one platform had to be censored, other platform, even though it's censored, what you can do? Mods. That's right. I know it may not be a mistake, but this is one thing, a problem. Censorship and platform. I'd like to include this together because when you put your game in one platform, guess what? There will be censorship. But if you put it in multi-plat, you can get not only an increased sale, but you can also let your gamers or let the gamers mod the game, because we all know mods exist. They will have their own mods. Like for example, DLC Fun. And trust me, it works. It's better than Nexus mod.
I think you're all mixed up.
So what do you guys think? Do you think Western video game devs will recover? How long will it take? Let me know in the comments. If you want any woke or anti-woke detected, you can visit my second channel up here or link in the description, and on the screen will be some relevant videos so that you can learn from it or make consumers' decision.